Ito yung nakalap namin with the time available. Pero meron pa yan. Like I said, yung 12 sworn testimonies, of course, pwede pang i-corroborate yan by more witnesses. And yes, we're still working on securing other certifications and other records para palakasin palalo itong complaint laban kay Madriaga. So yeah, parang posibleng may lumabas pa. At saka Henry, ang nangyayari kasi dito kay Ramil Madriaga is every time na sumasagot siya sa reklamo namin, nagbibigay siya ng bagong detalye na kasinungalingan din. So every time na sumasagot siya, nanganganak yung problema niya kasi pati yung bagong sagot niya, uh, nababasag din namin with evidence.
So in other words, may bala pa kayo against Madriaga?
Unlimited ang bala, Henry, kasi alam naming nagsisinungaling siya eh. So kahit anong isagot niya talagang mapapasinungalingan siya.
And a second question, I think the prosecution says hindi naman nila na ipipresent si Madriaga, although hindi naman pa ito nila dinideclared sa open court. Do you still believe na gagamitin pa rin nila si Madriaga as kanilang testigo laban sa Vice President sa impeachment trial?
May mga bulong-bulungan lang kaming narinig na baka hindi na siya i-present. And for us, it's understandable. But like I said, we also have to remember that in the witness list submitted by the impeachment defense team, Ramil Madriaga is also listed as one of their witnesses. So even if the prosecution doesn't present him, the defense just might.
And I think may binanggit po kayo kanina, kung di ako nagkakamali, na kung gagamitin nila si Madriaga, sasabog lang sa mukha nila yung kasinungalingan ng mamang ito.
Tama. Kasi yun talaga yung position namin from the start na nagsisinungaling yan si Madriaga, hindi namin kayo pipigilan. Siyempre kakasuhan namin siya dahil kailangan niyang managot dun sa mga kasinungalingan niya. Wala naman kasing bearing kung mapatunayang nagsisinungaling siya sa impeachment court. Kung walang final na kaso, walang consequence. So kaya final itong criminal complaint para may consequence dun sa mga kasinungalingan niya. 'Di ba? Pero ayaw namin siyang pigilan mag-testify. In fact, matagal ko nang sinasabi na si Ramil Madriaga ang magiging star witness for the defense kapag nag-testify siya for the prosecution.
Okay. After so many months, bigla kayo uling lumabas and bigla uling nag-file ng second affidavit and then ongoing na yung impeachment trial. Ano yung gustong-gusto ninyong malaman ng publiko na kailangan nilang malaman dito sa Madriaga statement ng mga ganito?
Well, yun nga, dinagdagan lang namin kasi hindi pa namin nasasagot actually yung supplemental affidavit eh. So, yun ang focus nitong second perjury complaint. Yung mga panibagong detalye na binigay niya doon sa supplemental affidavit niya, yun ang binasag namin dito sa second perjury complaint. Pero actually, Sir Henry, kung naalala mo, nung lumabas si Ramil Madriaga with this supplemental affidavit, yung publiko na mismo yung nag-call out sa kanya, like katulad niya ni Tanya Gaisano Lee dun sa painting, yung mga nakapansin na walang land bank branch sa DHSUD, yung mga anomalies dun sa manager's check na present niya. 'Di ba? So patong-patong na yung mga taong lumabas na without any solicitation from our side, sila na mismo ang lumabas para pasinungalingan si Madriaga. So ito, we're just formalizing all of that into an official complaint.
All right. Thank you, Attorney.
Thank you.
Okay. Any more questions? Jairo Boledo, Rappler, you have any question? Okay. Luisa, Rispe?
Okay na po ako, sir. Salamat po.
May follow-up, Marisol? May pahabol pa?
Attorney, just in case I'm sure you always have a constant communication naman with the Vice President. How is she at ano po ang inyong huli na pag-usapan about pa rin po dito sa kanyang perjury case against Madriaga? Ano po yung kanyang bilin po sa inyo?
Wala naman siyang bilin specifically for this. We just, after filing, we just had shared a meal with her. Nagpasalamat lang siya sa effort ng
Mm-mm.
legal team and yung mga witnesses. Ano naman, parang she's in good spirits. So wala naman yung specific instructions.
Attorney, is she confident or confident na mananalo or confident na walang mangyayari? Ayoko mong pangunahan pero
She is
how is your
aware.
client po?
She is aware of the potential difficulties of course, submitting a complaint before an office controlled by her political opponents. Alam
Mm-mm.
niya yan. Pero yun nga, we've put together, in my opinion, a very strong case. And as I said, and you all know this, that criminal complaints have been filed for much less than the evidence we've presented. So, for whatever it is, the Vice President is aware that we've made it very difficult for the DOJ to dismiss this complaint.
And what does the Vice President want, Attorney? Tama po ba na gusto lang niyang managot si Ramil Madriaga sa kasinungalingan against her?
Correct. Ang pinagmumulan niyan is sabi niya is si PRRD, yung ama niya, pinabayaan lang yung mga dating naninira sa kanya hanggang sa nag-snowball, pinabayaan, hindi kinasuhan. So nanganak, naging ICC case. So sabi niya, dapat hindi pinapalagpas itong mga ganitong klaseng tao na ginagamit laban sa kanya para lang sa politika.
Alright. Thank you po, sir.
Okay. Any more questions?
Jace, pahabol lang.
Henry.
Attorney, kung may mga lumabas na reaksyon na bakit isinasali pa si former Congressman Roy Lugoles, paano siya makapagsasalita? Wala na. Nananahimik na yung tao na isasali pa sa usapin. Ano ho ang maaari ninyong maisagot doon?
Ayun nga po sinali pa ni Madriaga. Nakausap po natin yung pamilya, nakausap po natin yung mga staff members, kasama na yung dating chief of staff niya na si Malutikia, si Miss Malutikia. At lahat sila sinasabi, hindi po nila kilala itong si Ramil Madriaga. Wala silang kilalang nagtrabahong Ramil Madriaga para kay Congressman Goles. Si Madriaga po ang nagsama kay Congressman Goles dito sa usaping ito dahil sabi niya ang naging susi sa pagiging malapit niya kay PRRD ay ang introduction ni Congressman Goles. Kaya kailangan nating pasinungalingan yung paratang na yon.
And you have kaninyo certification or clearances sa family na ilalabas ninyo ito na coming from them, hindi nila kilala si Madriaga?
Wala kaming ganong specific na pag-uusap. We just ask them na kung kilala nila. And we will be requesting for them to execute supporting affidavits kung kailangan pa. Kasi para sa amin kasi yung public record of kunyari Congressman Goles' support for Senator Grace Poe, it's so public na hindi na kailangan patunayan pa with affidavits from the family members or his staff.
So from your end, tama ba yung narinig namin na ang nagsali kay former Congressman Roy Lugoles is Madriaga and you're just answering his
Correct. That's a supplemental affidavit niya yon, and yun nga, it's very siya ang dapat tanungin na it's very convenient for him to name somebody who cannot deny yung mga allegations niya. 'Di ba? Alam naman natin na pumanaw na si dating Congressman Roy Lugoles.
All right. Thank you. That's all, Jace. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Attorney Pao. Jace, can I have pahabol? One last more clarification.
Last question. Okay.
Attorney Pao, please, if you'll allow me. Attorney, clarification lang po. Kasi you said yung first complaint nyo po is submitted for reso na po. With your second complaint now, sir, ano ba to? Consolidated na to, so it will not alter anymore whatever the result. I mean, will it affect the first supposedly result ng reso sa inyong first complaint?
That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping for a consolidation so that it will be resolved together. Kasi ano naman siya eh, instead of doing two separate proceedings, one
Opo.
proceeding na lang. Kasi related naman yung allegations, related din yung proof na ni VP Sara against Madriaga. So we will be asking the Office of the City Prosecutor of Taguig to consolidate and resolve together.
But it could still happen, attorney, that they'll have a separate ruling or reso for your first complaint po.
It's also possible because motion lang po namin. So kung i-deny po nila yung motion to consolidate, it can very well happen na mag-decide sila on the first perjury complaint.
That's why you're filing today the motion for consolidation, attorney, no?
Correct.
All right, thank you for the clarification. Jace, thank you very much.
Okay. Wala na po magtatanong.
Sir JC, Ina from Manila Bulletin po.
Ay, Ina. Ate Ina.
Ay,
pasok.
sir. Habol lang po, attorney, na-mention kasi ng defense ni attorney po last briefing na yung perjury case filed by VP Duterte, wala siyang parang major impact doon sa impeachment case kasi meron pang cross-examination and all. But now you're saying na si Madriaga could be the parang star of the defense but kung sakaling hindi siya ipapatawag ni prosecution. So, what do we make out of this? And then also yung sa perjury case lang, sir, na konting parang walkthrough lang. You're going to file the motion for consolidation today. And paano po siya, parang ano yung impact niya in terms of timeline dun sa impeachment? Kasi sir, syempre kung favorable yung magiging decision on the perjury case to VP Sara, ano yung impact niya dun sa mismong impeachment trial in general, and would you recommend strongly sa defense na regardless kung ipapatawag ni prosecution o hindi si Madriaga as witness, gagamitin niyo po siya? Yun lang, sir. Salamat.
Ano yung una? Yung sinabi ni Attorney Poa na wala siyang major impact. Totoo naman kasi kunyari yung grave threats case na final laban kay VP Sara, it's one of the articles of impeachment, but itong DOJ proceeded to file. So in the same way na dapat technically walang impact, para sa amin as counsels for VP Sara for this specific case, meron siyang impact in a way na pag pinapakita namin sa tao kung gaano kasinungaling tong si Madriaga, naaapektuhan yung credibility ng prosecution at ng impeachment effort against the Vice President in general. But that's only our opinion, no? Hindi naman although we coordinate of course with the defense team, hindi naman kami nakikialam dun sa pag-present nila ng evidence or pag-handle nila ng impeachment case. That's only our opinion. Pati yung our opinion that Ramil Madriaga will be the star witness of the defense, that's always been our opinion from the very beginning of all of this. When we first filed the first perjury complaint, we said parang Trojan horse yan si Ramil Madriaga. Parang because of that, magka-crumble yung kaso ng prosecution. So that's always been our opinion, but we're not in a position to recommend, of course, to the defense team na, sige, gamitin nyo kahit hindi ipatawag. And then, what was your second question, Ina? Sorry.
Basically, you covered everything. Okay na po, sir. Salamat.
Okay. So, any closing remarks, Attorney Panelo, you have?
Yeah, so just thank you for joining us today, and sana bantayan po natin ito dahil yun nga, nakita naman natin na yung gobyerno natin pagkakalaban sa politika, madaling file ng kaso, pero yung mga kaalyado or yung mga ka-aligned ng interest nila, ang hirap kasuhan. So dapat nakita naman nyo yung ebidensya namin, and we're even willing to share with you copies of the complaint affidavit so you can see for yourself na malakas po itong kaso ni Vice President Sara. So sana po bantayan natin yung development sa kasong ito.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Attorney Panelo. Thank you, OVP Media.